Hello everyone and welcome back to Professor Layton in the Unwound Future, where we are on our way to Scotland Yard. I think we need to take the bus. Yeah, okay. About the notebook we picked up at your office, Professor. Exactly what explosion were you researching? It all happened several years ago, when you were very small. Two scientists working in a physics lab unwittingly caused an explosion during an experiment and discovered time travel. The explosion devastated the surrounding area. That must have been all over the news. You'd think so, wouldn't you? They were trying to cover it up. However, though many perished in the blast, few records of the accident remain. What happened? That's something I'm still trying to figure out for myself. But answer me this, Luke. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear of an explosion? The explosion of Dr. Sungun's machine, of course. That was my first thought as well. A strong suspicion that these two incidents are connected. Why's that? Well, it's nothing more than a hunch, so I really can't say more right now. I don't want to give away the plot. Oh, Professor, this is our stop. Here we are at Scotland Yard. There's no time to waste. We need to find the inspector. Okay. Hint coin. It's our old friend Big Ben. Police stations always make me a little bit nervous. Alright, hold on. Nope, we're not. Nope. Not yet. This street looks a bit narrow for buses. Come on, there you are. Nope. No puzzles, eh? This just seems like the type of place that you would expect a puzzle. Also weird that I can't go anywhere else. This place is certainly less exciting than I thought it would be. It's because you've been watching too many crime dramas. Safety First magazine, I don't know the publication. Oh, here we go. Welcome to Scotland Yard, headquarters of the London Police. How may I be of service to you? This is Inspector Chelmy. Will you please let him know we'd like to speak with him? Unfortunately, the inspector's terribly busy right now. What's more, I have strict orders to issue this puzzle to all our visitors, so that only we would get in! Dangerous place. In recent years, this city has been suffering from an increase in accidents and crime. According to a survey, there's one place in the city where there is a higher average of injured people and deaths throughout the year. The monument, the park, the fire station, which has a plane over it. Police station, crossroad, church. Ooh, I'm torn between two. Actually, injury in the injury part. Because I'm like, oh, cemetery would be like big for death, right? Higher than average death, but I imagine most of those people would die in a hospital. They certainly would be more injured people there. I'm pretty sure.
That should do the trick. Just as I suspected.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't like. I feel like in the other games, the puzzles got like progressively harder. Whereas this hasn't had like a clear progression to it. That's right, there must be a lot of dangerous places, but the hospital is where injured and sick people gather throughout the year, yep. Well, that's correct, alright. Tremendous work as usual, Professor Layton. Oh, do you two know each other? Of course, that is, I know the professor. How could any self-respecting puzzle not know the name Layton? I'm a huge fan. I assume the puzzle I just solved was one of your own design. You got me there. Just couldn't pass up the chance to have the Professor Layton solve my puzzle. I'll call ahead to let the inspector know you're coming. His office is just up those stairs on the second floor. Thank you very much. What else you got for me? Welcome to Scotland Yard. Yeah, Scotland Yard. I I guess that's the only place I can go. Hello? Hello? Guess it helps if I actually tap on the hand. You. I'll get to you in a second. The inspector seems to have quite the caseload. I wonder if they have any scones to go with that tea. Okay, Shelmy of all people would have hint coins in his office. You know, it's a little tidier than I expected in here. There it is. Just gotta find a stash. There we go. Alright, you, what do you got for me? Nothing like a nice cup of tea to soothe jangled nerves. Good day, Barton. Good day to you, sir. Barton, we wish to have a few words with the inspector, but I don't see him here. No, I don't see him here either. I was led to believe he was here, in his office. Yes, he was. He got up and left. It was all very sudden. I too am puzzled by the sudden disappearance. Puzzled, you say? Barton, I sincerely hope you're not spreading misinformation about me. I just told you I needed to pop downstairs and see the commissioner. Oh, yes, you did say that, sir. Use your ears, constable. He'll never move up in the force if you don't learn to listen. Dude is never moving up in the force no matter what he does. Not as long as you're boss. Greetings, Inspector. Apologies for not saying hello, Layton. What a surprise to see you. Welcome to my humble office. Forgive the inside intrusion, Inspector. I heard you're leading the investigation on the Prime Minister's disappearance. I am. And as it's you I'm speaking with, I'm quite candid. I'll be quite candid. This case has me completely baffled. Dozens of eyewitnesses, myself included, not one blasted lead to work with. Since you were there, might as well hear your take on things. Have a seat. I was questioned the day of the incident, but maybe our chat will uncover some new theories. Please be voiced. Dang. We've already established that you were there when the explosion occurred. Yes, I certainly was. And you must all believe, as I do, that there was no way anyone could have survived that blast. Not that quack Steingarten, not his staff, and though I hate to say it, not the Prime Minister. What confounds me is that not a single trace of the lot remains. What do you mean by that? What I mean is, we've canvassed the whole place and haven't found a thing related to the victims. No bodies, no clothing, no shoes, not even so much as a pocket watch or ring. All we recovered from the scene was 10 tons of scrap metal that used to be the machine. No people, though. Well, there were 8 of them, sir. What, did you say something just now, Constable? Well, there were 8 of them, sir. 8 people vanished. Oh, I think my volume got messed up between episodes. Maybe not. It looked wrong. Turn down the music just a little bit. Yes, according to eyewitness report, 8 people vanished from the scene. That group consists of Sangan, a handful of his assistants, and the Prime Minister. How in the world do 8 people just vanish? It's like a blasted magic trick. Don't worry, Inspector. From what I've heard, the Prime Minister is still alive. Young Luke, be a good lad and keep quiet, alright? The adults are having a serious discussion here. If you're bored, why don't you and Barton go play I missed whatever that was. Inspector, I assure you, Luke isn't making this up. There's a very real possibility that Bill Hawks is alive. What? Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me here scratching my head like a fool. Explain, Layton. Before I do, I must ask a favor of you first. What would that be? Do you recall the explosion that occurred at the Polydimensional Research Institute 10 years ago? What did you just say? Ooh. I'll take that as a yes. It is imperative that I see any and all case files on that incident. You just might be onto something here, Layton. What do you know? Nothing at the moment, but I have a suspicion your current case and this old one are linked in some way. I'd like to help, really I would, but those files are sealed and require top-level clearance. Even a high-ranking officer like myself would have trouble getting his hands on those. I see. I'd hoped a man of your status might have the influence necessary to acquire those documents. Ooh, calling him out. Unfortunately, it seems I may have hoped for too much. I'm sorry to have asked the impossible of you. Wait just a moment, Layton. I might be able to get you access to the case file. Excellent. I would be extremely grateful for that. Just one thing, though. These documents don't come for free. I want to hear everything you know or suspect about the Prime Minister's whereabouts. Of course. Once I've seen the documents, and I'm sure my theory is sound, every detail will be yours. Martin, head down to the archives room and find those old files. Tell them you're there on my orders. Right away, sir. These files can't leave the archive, but you can read them there. Head downstairs past the lobby into the basement. Much appreciated, Inspector. Do you have a puzzle for me? Now, guys, in the basement under the lobby, you can peruse the documents there. Alright. I will leave. Hello. Yes. You have a puzzle? Welcome to the archive. We've gathered all the files pertaining to the explosion. Thank you, Barton. Your hard work has saved us considerable time. Ew, these documents are all mildewy and covered in dust. These files are off limits to most people. You're the first to touch them in a long time. I see. Hand some of those over, and I'll help you look through them. Where should I start? I appreciate the offer, but I should handle these myself. They are top secret after all. Of course, I understand. He sulks in the corner. Wait, what? Wait, if Layton's there, then who am I? Am I Luke for this second? That's what it looks like. Don't worry, I'm just gonna raid the archives for hint coins. Alright, what do you got? Wait just a bit longer, Luke. I'll finish up here soon. No. You know, it seems like the inspector's always yelling at you. Don't you ever get tired of it? No, it's not so bad. Sure, he scolds me, but only when he has good reason to, which is often, unfortunately. Oh. Make a lot of mistakes, so I get yelled at a lot. He's always telling me I lack insight on cases and don't pay attention. Which is completely understandable. I just get distracted and then I make mistakes. Aw, chin up, Button. Everyone makes mistakes. Heck, I make them all the time. I goof up pretty bad sometimes, but just the other day I found myself in the most ridiculous predicament. Park the... You need to get your car into the parking spot marked by the flag in the middle of the grid below. As you can see, you can only enter the spot from one side. When you encounter an X, you must turn left or right. When you encounter an O, you must continue going straight. Also, your car is a bit of a clunker and can't go in reverse. That's a problem. Draw a line from your car into the parking spot. Ooh. Okay. I'm assuming that's like not stage left or right, that it's left, the car turns either left or right. So right off the bat, I gotta decide if I'm going left or right. Let's see, if we go left, then we have to continue, and then we have to go that way. Alright, and from there we get a choice. Dang. I thought I had something. Well, I can only go left or I would have to go like that. Then the question is, am I better off going left? I would have to immediately make another turn. I think that just puts me in a circle. So if I would turn right. So now I'm facing the circle, so I can only go right. That would take me like that. I feel, oh my god, I almost want to start over. Okay. Actually, hold on. And then I can only go like that. Then what? I would have to be Right, I think that's right. You know, a more generous game would move the car for me as we go. I feel like I followed all the rules.
How about this?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
You have to circle all the way around the parking lot to get to the space. Kind of annoying that you can't just pull straight in, huh? You think? I just saw the Chelmy and Barton. Oh my god, that's great. Hello? Wonderful work, Luke. I bet you never give the professor any cause to yell at you. Well, he's not really the yelling type. It's true that I'd never let a puzzle go unsolved. I've got this reputation to protect. Oh dear, I've never considered the possibility that my goof-ups would harm the inspector's reputation. Don't worry, Barton. What's most important is to try your best. If only I could convince the inspector to see things that way. Dude, get a new job. Luke, come here. I think I found what we came here for. What is it, Professor? Oh, I can talk to you now? Cool. Is it another puzzle? Nope, no puzzle. That file yielded some very valuable information, Luke. What exactly did you find out, Professor? Let's just say I'm very confident the Prime Minister is still alive. However, the only way to save him is to travel to the other London where he's being held. You think he might be trapped in the future? Perhaps. Let's bring this discussion to the Inspector, who will totally believe us when we bring up time travel. So is the Prime Minister alive? Yeah, yes. How do you know? Well, you see, it started with a time machine and... Why are there men in with white jackets coming after me? Alright. You have a puzzle? Yep. Nice cup of tea helps focus the mind. Delicious, delicious tea. Well, Layton, did your investigation bear any fruit? Did indeed. To start, allow me a few questions. Inspector, were you involved in the investigation into the explosion at the Institute 10 years ago? Yeah, I was there. Ages ago it was. I remember I had just been promoted to assistant inspector. I see. And do you remember the names of the scientists thought to have caused the explosion? Let me think. It's coming back to me now. One man's name was Dimitri Allen. Weren't there two scientists implicated? Do you remember the second scientist's name? It was quite a long time ago, you know. I see you're having some difficulty remembering. Well then, what about the victims? Do you remember much about them? The explosion caused substantial damage to the area and destroyed the neighboring apartment complex. One of the lab assistants perished in the explosion, as did several tenants in the building next door. Strangely enough, though, I think both of the scientists involved in the experiment survived. That was very informative, Inspector. Good, because I've got a few questions of my own now. How do you think this old case relates to my current one? This is just a theory, but I think the Prime Minister is being held somewhere beyond the influence of Scotland Yard. Do you mean to say he's being held captive in another country? You may find what I'm about to tell you hard to believe, but I think Bill Hawks is being held captive in the future. Bye, credibility. If this is your idea of a joke, I'm not laughing. I can understand your skepticism. Thank you for all your help today, Inspector. Should I learn anything else about the Prime Minister's whereabouts, you will be among the first to know. Come, Luke, let's be off. No, wait right there. We had a deal. Surely you've got more for me than that far-fetched theory. Inspector, I've told you as much as I know at the moment. Now, please excuse us. And when we left the building, there were 6 dozen cop cars. Now that we got what we came for, let's go back to the clock shop. Cog's waiting for us. Okay, Professor. Am I done here? Alright, I can't go anywhere else. Sure. Any more puzzles? No, please. What about you? No, it's you again. Where are you heading now, small fry? I can't say. It's a secret. I was gonna offer you a puzzle, but you look like you're in a hurry, so forget about it. Oh, what's that? You got a puzzle that needs solving? Oh, I've got your attention now, don't I? The checkerboard. There are 3 sheets of transparent plastic with different patterns painted on them. If you layer them correctly, a checkerboard pattern appears. The order in which you layer them is important, and you can't flip or rotate the sheets. Which sheet goes on the very bottom, A, B, or C? Alright, so I have to figure out. Okay. So, I'm assuming yeah, so blank spaces are nothing. So that's where like the layer below would come into play. Oh no, C almost has to go on top. I was thinking C for the bottom. That almost has to go on top because of how much blank space it has and let like A and B fill in a lot of that. So really it's between A and B. So which one has to go on the bottom? Oh, okay. No, actually, so B has to go on the bottom. Because otherwise, if B went on top or in the middle, then you would just have like that row of white. So B's got to be it.
Here's my answer.
Got it.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. B goes on the very bottom, and then the other sheets are layered in the order. So I was right. C is on top because it has so many blank spaces. It pretty much had to. That's a pretty neat puzzle, actually. Hello? Splendiferous job. You have anything else for me? You sure you don't want to let me in on where you're headed? I'm good. I suppose we have to head back to Future London now, huh? What's the matter, Luke? Are you scared of traveling through time again? Yes, I mean, no, as long as I don't have to do it alone. Of course not. I'll be right there with you. First on the agenda is heading to Chinatown to meet the future Professor Layton, right? That's right, and if my guess is correct, we'll find the Prime Minister there as well. You think we'll run into trouble along the way? Considering the warm welcome we've received from the family at the casino, I'd say anything's possible. Nay, likely. Luke, there's no telling what kind of dangers await us in the future. Maybe it'd be best for you to remain here in our time. What kind of apprentice would I be if I left you to face danger all alone? Of course I'm going to. I will save my progress. And we'll go ahead and we'll call it an episode there, actually. Nice, natural stopping, never mind. Chapter 6, Traveling Companions, question mark. Hello? Okay. We'll call it an episode there, since it's a nice natural stopping point. And, pick this up in the next one. Hope you're looking forward to. I'm assuming we're going back into the future. Hopefully nothing stops us in the meantime. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.